Hey everybody, it's April Davis PI, and it's Sunday, July 7th, 2024. And I can't believe it, but I actually got a Goodwill Bluebox that arrived on a Sunday. Yes, I'm going to do an opening for you live, well, recorded live, and you'll be able to see what's in here. I had done pretty well on the first three blue boxes, plus I also did a couple of Shop Goodwill auction boxes. So between those 5 orders, I've recovered almost all of the money spent. I'm just a little bit shy of recovering those funds. So if you go to the link in my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see a link to my eBay store. So if there's anything you guys want, I have it on eBay. There's still a bundle that's left too, and I'm surprised that hasn't gone because that's the first thing that usually goes. So, well, it looks interesting. Let's dump this out and see what we have. Now, I don't have an overhead camera, so I've just got this camera on a tripod next to me. So I'll do the best I can to keep the finds like in frame. If I have to turn off to get things untangled, I will. Well, friends, I'm back. It's the next day. Yeah, it's already July 8th. I tried to film this as the cat was pulling the jewelry on the floor, knocking things over, and there was this big, giant tangle. So I decided to separate it and come back the next day and get this film for you to tell you what I found. I have to say that the box is not a total loss, but it's not a total win either. There are a few pieces that I'm going to need help, maybe some audience participation here. I would love it if you guys would place your comments in the comments of this video so that I can figure out exactly what some of these pieces are. My first question is this piece here. This is a very vintage brooch. It looks exactly like a Sarah Cavender brooch, but Sarah Cavender pieces are typically signed with a little circular tag, and I don't see that here. So is this a Sarah Cavender with a missing tag, or is this a Sarah Cavender replica? These things are listed online throughout various online platforms, anywhere between $35 and $45. I was kind of surprised that that could be a semi-expensive item. I also found some really cool little lavender painted earrings that appear to be like little lilies. They're drop dangle lilies. And once again, I have to rant and say that I don't have worth point. I don't do enough research to make it worth the monthly fee, but I'd sure wish that somebody that did have worth point could look these up. They're gold tone dangle drop lilies that appear to be hand painted. They're definitely vintage. I can tell by just the way the clip-on mechanism is at the top. I don't think these are contemporary. So let me know what you think of that. I thought I found a jade ring, but sadly it just tested as nothing, nada, not even a piece of glass. So it's probably some type of industrial plastic. Same with this. This appears to be an old vintage tie clasp, but the tie bar is missing on the bottom, and this looks like a faux emerald, but it also didn't even test glass, so nothing there. Now, I did get a positive test on this. This is a little citrine single earring. There were a lot of earrings in this box, mostly singles, but I did get 5 pairs, only one of which was this really nice, flowers that I showed you, that little floral earrings. This is a signed Trifari. I'll probably just put it with my signed Trifari collection, as I only have one. It's a clip-on earring. Yeah, very nice piece if I had the other one to go with it. Also, I found this little faux copper necklace, and it is signed U.S.A. I've never heard of that maker before. I don't think it's real copper. It's like a statement piece. It's pretty cool. Like I said, never seen it before, looked it up and was able to identify it by the signature tag. There's also this, this is an Elka, E-L-K-A, and it's actually a little bit of gold. Yeah, we have a wee bit here, We have 12 karat gold filled, which is 1/20th gold, and a little butterfly pendant that has tiger eye stones in it. And these stones did test positive for quartz, as tiger eye should. So those are actually listed on various platforms for around $20, $25. I'll have to look into it further. There's not a lot of them. They're pretty rare. So I think there's only one listed on eBay that's similar but not exact, and 2 sold. So I might actually have something there with the Elka piece. I also found this little contemporary, more modern, well, actually vintage, yet scratch that, vintage Avon signed piece. It's a little brooch with 2 owls. So it's basically twin owls sitting on a tree branch in a gold tone circle, and it is signed. I have a whole baggie full of this old vintage Avon jewelry, so I will probably keep that, as owls are sentimental to me. I also found this. This is a, it's sort of classed as a gemstone. They're called Obsidian Beads or Obsidian Stones, specifically snowflake obsidian stones. A lot of this is made in India. It supposedly has healing powers. Whoever handmade this put a little seahorse on it. It's just made of some sort of plastic stretchy material. It's about 6 to 7 inches, but it does stretch a bit. It seems to be made pretty good. I've stretched it to make sure it didn't have any dry rot or anything. I think I may list this on eBay, but maybe $5 or $6. If there's anything here that you see that you're interested in that turns you on, let me know. This is the bag of singles. Yeah, this was mostly earrings in this box. I'm gonna have to go through these more to see if there's any signatures, silver or gold markings. And speaking of silver, I don't know if you can even get the camera, if I can get the camera to focus on this, but there is a little, let me get it focused. It's a little heart. It's off to the side, and it is stamped India 925. Now I have not tested it on the scratching stone yet. It appears that that little tag probably fell off a piece of jewelry. I don't think there would be a charm that small. It's so wee tiny that I think it was a tag that probably came off a bracelet or a necklace, and whatever piece it fell off of, sadly, was not included in this box. So it's just a random piece of silver that's probably worth literally pennies. I mean, I know silver goes for a lot of money right now per ounce, but this is such a lightweight, it's lighter than a feather, so I can't imagine that it's worth too much. This was also a very interesting piece, but sadly none of these stones are real. They didn't even test glass, and the back of it is gold tone, and it is stamped Korea. So I was hoping I would have something, because there's quite a few of those listed online, and some of them are actual Swarovski crystals, and they're worth a lot of money, but not this one, sadly. There's also this little, it's a little deer, and it's from Taiwan. I've seen several of them online. It appears to be a charm. It's painted or enamel, and it appears that the little loop that should be across the top so that you can attach it as a charm, that loop is missing. Oh well, I can still sell it as a charm, and somebody could put their own loop on it. I also noticed this, and I was hoping it was an emerald, but no, didn't even test for glass. Just a piece of junk that will go into the earring bag. Now this earring bag is just from this box. I mean, that's how many single earrings were in this. There was also this one, which is, the typical, I find this at Santa Monica Beach when I used to metal detect, but this one is actually stamped. There is a little signature of some sort on this piece, so I'm having a very hard time reading it. Just want to rule out that it's not silver. I don't think it is by the feel of it, but it is stamped. You don't usually see, lower end costume jewelry stamped like that. Now there's also this big piece here. It's a tassel necklace. It's stamped New York. So, yeah, $10. I don't know. I'll have to research it. That's a pretty well-known, you know, lower-end department store brand. And then there's another tassel necklace, and it doesn't even have a clasp on it. It's just like that, and it's stamped ESBE, E-S-B-E, and then I think you wrap it around and you knot it somehow like that, and that holds it together. You put a little knot, you wrap it around your neck and put a little knot in the front. It's quite long, it's quite heavy. It's like a rope chain with these tassels. It looks like it's brand new. It's not damaged at all. I do see that brand across a few online platforms, but it doesn't seem to be hugely popular. Now here's what's left. And this is, like I said, this was ending up on the floor. Some of this I had to cut with the wire cutters to get all this out. Any of the broken pieces I already discarded. Any of the loose beads were discarded. But this is mostly just bracelets. There's a puka shell bracelet in there. There's some handmade beads. There's a big wooden necklace in there. There's a few glass beaded necklaces, but nothing too fancy. I'll go through that later. But I just wanted to go over this with you guys, and you know, I just don't think that this is worth the money. The Bluebox, they raised the prices again another $5. These boxes are now $49.99. When I started, they were $44.99. I know they used to be $39.99. They did send me a $5 coupon, so I got it for the $44.99 price, but that doesn't include the taxes or the $7 flat rate shipping, no matter where you are. And this little dude was in there too. Now, every Goodwill jewelry jar or blue box or even a shop Goodwill auction box always has something random in it that's not jewelry. And this is it's a little man. Does anybody know where he came from? Oh my gosh. Well, at least it wasn't like a Goodwill Glendale, jar where I got a dead bug, and another time I got just a bunch of screws and drywall hooks. So anyway, I would like you to put in the comments if you guys can help me at all with this possible Sarah Cavender, and that's Cavender with a C, or if you can identify the Lily hand-painted lavender gold tone dangle earrings. They are not signed, but they do seem very vintage. Any of your help would be greatly appreciated. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.